When the dust settled over Hormozd, and the last Arsacid king lay dead on the field, a new era rose from the ashes, the age of the Sasanian Empire. At its head stood Ardashir I, the man who refused to accept decline, the prince who shattered Parthian power and restored the ancient Persian dream. Ardashir was not just a conqueror. He was a builder, a reformer, a visionary. He reorganized the empire with an iron fist. Cities that had lived in chaos under the late Arsacids were brought to order. Taxes became fair and consistent. The royal court was centralized. Fire temples were established, and Zoroastrian priests stood beside the king as guardians of a new national identity. To outsiders, Persia looked reborn. To Rome, it looked dangerous. Rome expected a weak successor state, a fractured land that could be bullied like Parthia had been during its civil wars. Instead, they faced a unified empire commanded by a king with the ambition of Cyrus and the discipline of Darius. Ardashir made his intentions clear. He declared that all lands once ruled by ancient Persia should return to Persia again. This meant Mesopotamia. This meant Armenia. And yes, this meant challenging Rome directly. Rome had barely recovered from the humiliation of Parthia. Now a stronger, more centralized power rose in its place. Ardashir struck first. He raided deep into Roman Mesopotamia, taking fortresses one by one, testing Roman defenses, probing for weaknesses. The Roman Emperor Alexander Severus rushed east with a massive force, confident in his legions. But Ardashir was no Pacorus. He did not rely solely on cavalry. He combined cataphracts, infantry, siege engines, and strict military discipline, creating a hybrid army unlike anything Rome had faced in centuries. The First Sasanian-Roman War became a brutal clash of equals. Ardashir's forces overran several Roman cities, but the emperor managed to halt the advance temporarily. To Rome, this was a warning. To Ardashir, it was only the beginning. He returned to Persia, strengthened his army, built massive stone fortifications, and prepared his son, Shapur I, to finish what he had begun. The rise of Ardashir marked a turning point in Near Eastern history. No longer would Rome face loose coalitions of nobles or divided kingdoms. From now on, it faced an empire with structure, purpose, and a burning belief that Persia was destined to rise again. Under Ardashir, the world changed. The balance of power shifted, and a rivalry was born that would last 4 centuries. This was the beginning of the Sasanian Empire, the forged blade of Persia reborn.